Dear subscribers, as you know, we shared many information for you, and we are studying very hard to find current news for you. However, I cannot use this channel for future. Please follow our new channel called as Daily News Report and watch our video to support us. Link in description. Also, you can reach the video we shared on Daily News Report by clicking on the top right button. We highly recommend watching, subscribing, and sharing. We will continue to share some news on this channel, but we take precautions against some situations for future. Thank you for supporting us.
Emerge, in the coming weeks and months, because a lot of speculation is out there, like I said.
Well, can I speak first about your loaded comment about the gold investors and speculators taking a bath?
Well, it wasn't my comment. I just observed that other people had made that comment. I don't know that. I actually have not looked at, I don't own any gold anymore, so I haven't taken a look at what it is at all. In fact, I figured I could get an education from you about how that's going, because you understand gold extremely well.
Yeah, well, there's an official COMEX gold price, and I believe that is down pretty hard since the Trump election, and I don't really refer to that as being the gold price. I refer that to being a manipulated paper contract that does not involve gold. It involves the letters GOLD, but it does not involve gold as a metal. Let me give you just a real brief couple stories. One is from The Voice, another is from a different source. Both are extremely reliable. We know about how gold is struggling to get toward or to recover to $1,200 an ounce, according to the official COMEX paper price. I use the word paper because if you have a contract with gold in the COMEX, and you ask for your delivery of gold, you put up margin, you have a contract that says the word GOLD in there, and you want to get delivery, you're not going to get any. So how can you call it a gold contract? That's why I call it a contract that has GOLD on it. Okay, two stories. One is from The Voice. The Voice is my super contact who sought me out in 2008 and has been my friend ever since. He said, if you want to buy $100 million worth of gold bars, you're going to have to pay between $2,500 and $3,000 an ounce. So I ask you, what is the gold price?
Well, it would have to be what the going rate is, and if you actually buy the stuff physically, there's a difference between buying these paper contracts and actually physically buying gold, isn't there?
The real price is what involves passing of gold bars across the effing table.
Right.
I don't give a rat's ass. I don't give a backward flying dried rat turd what the COMEX price is, because there's no passing of metal. Another story, different source. Not $100 million worth, but more like about $15 to $20 million worth in a recent transaction. I saw the bin, a picture of the bin that had, probably 80 to 120 bars in it, each one 10-kilogram bars. The price, $2,100 an ounce. So I ask you, what is the gold price? I'm defiant, Chuck. What is the gold price? Do not quote me the COMEX paper gold bullshit price. Does not involve the passing of gold on the table. Okay, so when people say, sometimes flip, sometimes matter of fact, sometimes just ignorantly quoting a price they don't know anything about, that people are taking a bath with their investments in gold, I say to them, hardly. There's a divergence going on between the paper price and the actual physical gold bar price. We've got about an 80 to 100% premium on the bullshit paper price if you want to buy the metal. If you're content in moving paper around, yeah, you lost some money on paper. You didn't lose it on gold, you lost it on paper. Okay, that's my little preliminary story, Chuck, because the gold price is rising.
Well, and isn't it fascinating that the fact that this is being trumpeted around is really part of the manipulation as well? Because, first of all, they have you convinced that buying paper is buying gold, which, last time I looked, they're not chemically the same thing. The other thing is that to give people the idea that this is the trend also does wind up wreaking havoc on some of the behaviors of people who are less informed that want to buy the physical metal in smaller quantities, right?
Yeah, the trouble is the key word smaller quantities. You go to a gold show, you go to a gold dealer, and you say to the dealer or someone in the window, I want to buy 3 coins. I want to buy some standard mint, maples or gold eagles, I don't care. Krugerrands, whatever. You're going to hear, well, the price is, just short of $1,200 an ounce. And you fork up your money. And then you want to blow them away. You say, look, I've got 3 armed guards in the back with an armored limousine, and we got $15 million back there in the parking lot. Can I get $15 million worth? No. How about, can I get $2 million worth of gold coins at this gold show? You get an interesting response, Chuck. It'll be, we got 10 coins. Okay? That's not the gold price. That's the manipulated paper price, and they allow a trickle to hit the floor so that you guys, not you guys, but the public, those poor sots in the public who want to buy a couple coins, they can be fooled into thinking that's the gold price. They're buying it at an extreme discount with a tremendous shortage. Okay, that's probably enough on the gold price for now. There are a lot of topics to cover, but I think that's a pretty interesting introduction that we have for your listeners, because the deception is colossal. We're told that the dollar is money when its backing is U.S. government debt. We're told that debt is money. I have a defiant question that I ask people who tell me, well, I want to buy a bunch of gold, but my girlfriend won't let me. And I say, well, why don't you grow some testicles? And he said, well, I want to buy some gold, but she wants to buy a house, and I want to buy her a ring. And I said, okay, well, if she doesn't go along with buying some gold, why don't you look for a different candidate for that ring? Okay, but here's my question that I give the guy to pose to his woman who's got him on a leash around his neck. What's the difference between money, the dollar, and legal tender? If the woman doesn't know, she should not be in charge of any allocation of their resources. Money is not necessarily legal tender. Money is gold. Money is the intrinsic, inert, exchangeable, fungible, not producible, unless you've got some nifty alchemy at your disposal, alchemy engineering. Okay, that's money. Exchangeable, transportable, fungible, recognizable, and not producible except through, hard work and sweat through mining. Okay, that's money. What's legal tender? Well, 400 or 500 years ago, in the United States, before it was the United States, it was beaver pelts. Okay? Thousands of years ago, it was salt. In Greece, it was silver. Okay. Each society has its own declared legal tender. And the United States is no different. We declare the dollar to be legal tender, and these silly little slugs that are coins, we declare them to be, small denominational money. Okay, well, what's the dollar? The dollar's been declared as legal tender, but I think that's going to be temporary because the dollar is denominated debt coupons. What's behind the dollar? It's so upside down. Germany has a problem now, Chuck, because there's too much demand for their bonds, their German Bunds. There's too much demand and there's not enough supply because they don't have enough debt. The Germans are screwing up by having a successful economy. They don't have enough trade deficit. They don't have enough government deficit.